Hello and welcome to Block of the Week. I'm your host Keen, followed by my co-host.
Caden.
There he is. Today we're joined by many guests, which of Caden will be describing to you now.
Yeah, so today we've got one less than last time, only three. We've got a new but will be recurring guest, Sam. We've got a new co-host.
Guys, is this meant to be? Oh, we started the podcast. Hi, I'm Sam. Yeah, that's my name.
We also have a new guest, Mohammed. Most of you might know him as Katana. He runs a small YouTube channel and he decided to come on the podcast today after listening to our first one. And we also have Tio, who is our recurring guest from last time. So, since Sam already said his bit about himself, I'll let Mohammed take himself away.
Hi, I guess. So I don't really have much to say, but I guess I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk to you guys. So let's get on with it.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you.
That's good.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Happy to have you. Yeah. I mean, look, the more guests, the merrier. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we have enough time in quarantine to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
we may as well make the most of it. But let's not get talking to another episode of quarantine because that'll just be like the first one.
Okay, so first topic I have to say is probably about you, Mohammed. How's life for you in quarantine?
Honestly, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. I guess it does get boring. Not gonna lie, it does get boring a lot of the time. But if it does get boring, I'd probably go to sleep or something. I don't have much to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
same.
get that.
Ahmed, we both know that sleeping is not what you're planning on doing.
Okay.
Alright.
So what do you call it? Another topic we were going to talk to you about was your YouTube channel and Instagram, your presence on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like the way.
So
yeah, sorry. I like the way.
oh no, it's fine. But so my channel was just started off like 2017, December 25th, pretty sure. Maybe 28th.
Good
No,
old
it's December 28th. So it's like nearly 3 years old right now. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. I'm not making it for like fame or anything, just a bit of fun at the start.
Yeah, gotta respect that. Gotta respect it. Brought up, not dragged up.
Ahmed on the grind.
Yeah, that's good. It's not that you're. It's good that you're not in
Yeah.
it for the fame or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like a nice little side hobby.
And
to
congratulations
put
on
it
3
towards.
years. That's a big achievement.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
putting
all the
bread
things.
first.
Yeah,
It's like an anti-sandwich.
it's good. It's good that what's it called?
So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
good that you've been doing it for so long and keeping it up. Like commitment's a very big thing, and you've
keeping it
stayed
fresh.
committed
Keeping
to
it
it.
fresh.
So back when I first started my channel, I was like really active. I uploaded like every day, every 2 days. Like back then, I would upload PUBG Mobile, Geometry Dash, like any game I enjoyed playing. And it was pretty much carefree back then.
What do you think is the best video you uploaded?
My favorite video, I mean, that would be hard because I don't really like my videos too much, which is what I'm trying to improve about them. I'm trying to make them better for like the audience and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good mindset to have.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a
just a little side topic. I also like the way that you've basically taken like the YouTube channel and you're not afraid to like show the content to other people. You've gotten yourself, I think, is it like 200 followers or something along that line on Instagram, and like it's very good. You're just letting people know of your content and letting people just like
Yeah. You're
Better
staying on
fight
that
the war.
grind.
Yeah. Like
And
it's
you
hard
have
to
that
put
on.
yourself out there.
We've seen a lot of drawings on your Instagram now. How's that been going? What's the inspiration behind all that?
Honestly, I just like drawing. That's really it. I just do it for fun. I like drawing. But I'm
Very
not
good,
the
very good.
best at it, as you can see, but I like it. I enjoy it.
It's alright, Mohammed.
You're pretty
Yeah.
I'm
good.
not good at putting
Yeah,
pencils up my ass
nobody.
either.
And he
And it
starts
seems like
off
you're a big
a legend.
anime fan. What animes have
Yeah.
you been watching recently?
I've been trying to watch as much as I can, but I've kind of been falling short from that because I would watch like an episode or two from like many different anime and completely forget about them like the next day.
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
Like that.
happens with like series in general and like
Just
everything.
happens with series in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
Happens
you
with
know,
all.
the way. Yeah, every time you have you boot up your trusty games library, you see all 15 games that you haven't touched, the 3 games you played like for maybe 1 or 2 hours, and then you have that true couple of games that you
Yeah.
played
yeah,
1,014 hours on.
It's
yeah.
like
Fair
It's
enough.
Ian
just
Yeah,
playing
like it
Dark
always
Souls.
happens. Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Mohammed, going back about your YouTube and kind of gaming on YouTube. What's been your favorite game that you've played on your channel, or your favorite game that you've played on your channel? It might have been a
my
one-off, might have been a
favorite game
series.
ever
No, that
would
you've played on your
definitely
channel.
be on my
Well, that
channel.
kind of
Think
goes for
I've played a
Yeah, yeah.
bunch.
Well, actually, yeah.
but
Do
Um,
both. Do both.
so my favorite game ever that I've ever played. That's a pretty hard one, but damn, I can't I
Maybe
I
top
can't
three.
think of one right off the top of my head. But
Yeah,
a
that's
favorite game
fine.
on my channel, I know definitely PUBG Mobile, because
yeah, very good game.
it
Good game.
out of all the games I've ever played, it ran the smoothest and it was a fun experience because I played it with my friends and it was better than the rest. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort
Yeah,
into
that's
that for a
good.
mobile rendition of a game.
Ye-
So I
Yeah,
see.
it's like
Very
it
interesting.
it works seamlessly as long as you have like a
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
enough phone. It works fine.
It's a good choice
And
anyway.
you
You've got
know,
good taste.
yeah, it's
Yep.
insane
It's
to
a video
see
game.
that. Yeah, it's insane to see that PUBG Mobile actually runs better than PUBG on some people's 2080 Ti PCs. It's mad, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it run like ass on Xbox?
Yeah,
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 probably.
textures don't load in half the time. I'll tell you that from
Yeah.
first-hand experience.
The one thing that really sucks to play on mobile is Fortnite. Like it is the laggiest, worst experience ever. Like
Mohammed,
no joke.
honestly, you could have just said that without. You could have just said the worst experience to play Fortnite. You could have just left it at that. Like you didn't need to add the mobile part. It's
Yeah.
just a bad game.
No, Mohammed. I remember back in 2019, I think it was, me and you actually went on a couple of games. Wasn't it?
Really? I
We
didn't know
we
about this.
I'm
definitely
not
played
too sure.
together.
Did we?
I think
Dabbled in
so.
a few games, did we?
And Mohammed,
Yeah.
it seems like you're big on battle royales. What do you think of Warzone?
I think Warzone's pretty good. Not it's really good. It looks a lot. Actually, it has a few places named a bit like the PUBG map, but
Yeah.
it's a really good looking game. It's supposed to run really well on new hardware.
Yeah, it does.
So
It does.
so once you have new hardware, I guess it's a really good game. I can't say anything else about that.
Mohammed,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been following a few of the Nintendo's releases, but what do you feel about Animal Crossing? I don't know if you've seen much about the new game, but
I've seen it. Yeah, it's not really my type of game. But I think it's pretty good game. It's not my type, but for the genre that it's in, it is a really good game.
yeah. Alright.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Yeah, I'm kind
there
of in
was
the
one
same boat
topic
as
that
you,
was
Mohammed.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
mixed until you try it. I think you should yeah. But what
I
do you
think
call
you
it? One
should
topic that
purchase
was
a
brought up
Switch and
earlier
get
by
the game.
Theo, was PS5 and the new Xbox. What do you think
Yeah,
of
what are
those?
your
That
thoughts
is
of
definitely my favorite topic so far this year because there's
Yeah.
lots of new parts that haven't been released to computers yet, that are coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Something I didn't know.
And
Can't wait for
And
the
PC
most
Yeah,
too.
actually, that's
fascinating
actually
thing,
very interesting.
the
That
most
actually sounds
fascinating
very
thing
interesting.
about both of the consoles is that the PS5 has literally the fastest start solution ever.
Hmm?
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
for
I think I've seen
consumers,
some.
it's the fastest
Yes, some
start
screenshots.
solution ever. So basically, load
oh,
times are supposed to be close to zero, like literally close to zero. 0.1 of a
yeah, of
second, I
course,
think it
I am
was.
about that. And have you
Glad we
seen the
glad we
new
got an expert
controller
on
for the
here to talk about
PS5?
this.
yeah. And we know, yeah, as well. Speaking of hardware and more of like computers, we know you're a big man of making mogul moves, and you sold your laptop on eBay and then bought a gaming PC with it.
Ah, yes, the inventor of
Oh
eBay,
Would
number
you
one.
no, the
would you
gaming
mind
PC
telling us a
didn't
bit about that?
actually. No, see, so the person who
Ah,
tried to buy it off us, he didn't really write his address correctly, and it got sent back, sadly, because I would
Mm,
have been able to buy a pretty damn good gaming PC with it. But sadly, I can't. Kind of sucks, but
yeah, it's a shame.
That's
Um,
unfortunate, but you had a really good plan in place, and it was like it's
yeah,
just
completely
if
scam
it had
people.
a no, well, it's not scamming. It's just like he took yeah someone there was a willing seller and they took it correctly. So
yeah.
I mean, let them do
But I
that.
mean, like, even just
Mohammed.
the idea of building your own computer is impressive because, like,
Mm.
there's a lot of effort and work that goes into it.
And
yeah,
Mohammed, what are your thoughts on the new PS5 controller? If you've seen that.
I think it's the best looking controller ever. Like no exaggeration. I really like the contrast between the blue and the white and the black. I think that's really good. And I think that the PS5 will come out with a similar design to that controller.
Yeah,
What do you think about
I know.
people comparing? Oh, sorry. What do you think about people comparing that controller to the Xbox controller?
I think it's fair because I mean it looks like a mix between the Xbox One controller and the PlayStation 4 controller. But they've added
Yeah, it really
so
does.
much new things into the controller that it's supposed to make your experience of the actual game better than all the other controllers before.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. What's it called? Yeah, they were supposed to be adding in a built-in mic. They're keeping the headphone jack. Basically, they're taking innovations along with keeping all the best bits. But as well, another thing I want your opinion on is what about on consoles? I know stick layout is a big thing. So would you prefer do you prefer the Xbox stick layout where you have one up top, one up bottom, or do you prefer the PS4 layout where there's just two sticks on the bottom, and why?
Yeah.
I've always preferred PlayStation because, well, I basically grew up with a PS1 and a PS2, so
very nice.
so
Nice.
I've always been partial to PlayStation and their controllers. Also, it feels better in my hand.
One
Yeah,
thing I wanted
understandable,
to, one
understandable.
last question I wanted to ask you about was I know you were involved in Crazy Cybertan, which was a YouTube collective, and I just wanted to know how that
Yeah.
was. Working with other people
Yeah,
and friends.
that's still going on.
Yeah,
So it was supposed to be just a vlog channel that me, Harry, and Jamie could just um, like upload to, and it was just a vlog channel of us three, like as a friend group. Really, that's what it was supposed to be. But I think it's changed. I'm not too sure. I haven't been on it for a while.
Very nice.
Mhm.
yeah, I know. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was you have gotten yourself into a couple of beefs with different people here and there. Do you mind like explaining why or like how that started and like what you ended up like doing in that and if they got resolved, how they got resolved?
Um, I can't think of it right off the top of my head. So, is it okay if you explain it to me? Like what you mean? Like what beef?
Like I know you've wrote a couple of diss tracks here and there, and you've got a couple of diss tracks written about you. Do you mind like explaining that kind of thing, like why that went around, why it
I That's
happened?
mainly Jamie. He's been planning that for a while. Um, so to be honest, I don't have any hate to anybody. Like everybody, I think I'm fine with everybody. But
Yeah, that's a good mindset to have.
It's a
me
good what's it?
and
Yeah,
Jamie
good
are
thing actually.
kind of in friendly conflict, if that's something.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, I
It's
get
Yeah.
you, I
like
get you.
good fun, all in good fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. If it's all in good fun, then no harm is done. Then it's like it's a good bit of the crack.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
all fine.
Bit
at
of grand, bit of grand.
at
Uh,
at one point I got called off. I got called up to the airhead's office because someone thought someone thought me and Jamie were being like really serious about it, and
Mm.
I nearly got in trouble.
Did
This-
the yearhead see the
Oh
videos?
lord.
yeah,
Oh, maybe they just
Oh
thought
my
your
god.
voices were too good. They want to make
Yeah,
sure you
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
destroy
yeah.
each other. You know.
The what's it called? The fire alarms have been tripped off so many times. They're just listening to your diss
Yeah,
tracks,
yeah.
man.
yeah, fair enough.
Mohammed, I heard Jamie's been looking to make a song recently, and the last time I checked on him, all he had to do was make the music. So, has there been any updates on that? Or
I'm pretty
No.
sure Harry
Some insider information.
is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, he's done it, but like we just haven't done anything with the music.
Yeah, okay.
He James recorded his part, Harry's recorded his part, but I didn't record mine. I'm still the one who didn't do anything, so I'm
Well, I want to
like the
get
lazy
Mohammed on
one.
one of these
Ah,
and ask him about that.
a bit of delay. What's wrong with?
Well, thank you for answering all
no,
my
wasn't it
questions.
overnight? Yeah.
Very cooperative.
Yeah,
No
thank you, Mohammed.
problem.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Do
on.
you, Mommy, do you have anything to put on the table? Like anything you want to
Yeah.
talk
Do you
Yeah,
have
about?
is there
anything
any
you want to
topics
talk
or
about? You
anything
want to
you'd like
ask
to talk
us?
about?
You
Yeah.
want to ask us?
No, not really. No,
Okay.
I just want
Well,
to stay on the
Alright.
podcast, I guess, for a while, maybe.
yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's understandable. Okay.
So, what's your thoughts on the tons of events going on right now, Mohammed? Might as well get your stance on it.
Well, um, I don't really have too much of a strong opinion about it, but I just think that I mean everyone should just stay far from anyone who isn't like in their household.
Yeah.
Don't go outside, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Maybe go
Okay, well,
outside for like a walk or something, but not anything major. Don't go close to anyone. Uh,
don't be
wash your hands,
stupid,
I
basically.
guess. Like you have to wash your hands.
What do you
But
think of the people that are not taking this serious?
Yeah,
Like
not following
they're
the
not taking
just
guidelines.
so
distancing?
anyone who isn't taking any precautions, they're just being selfish and stupid because either they're gonna get it
Yeah.
Pretty
and they're
much.
gonna pass it on to other people, or they're gonna get it and they might die from it. Which I don't think any of those are a good outcome because more people
It
are gonna
depends.
get infected either way.
For sure, it is.
Yeah, no, you're doing very strong points. Yeah, yeah. Kind
Yeah,
of
very wise words.
basically, yeah, yeah. It's all kind of being, it's all just like relayed information, but it's still important information. Still gotta
Yeah.
always take
Yeah.
precautions. Keep
Mm.
being it into the people. Like, yeah, it's very big. Yeah, Mohammed, as well. Have you listened to any new releases recently, like with music, TV, anything kind of media to pass the time?
I would say the latest music I've listened to would be Eminem's new album that included like most of his
Oh
new
yeah, yeah,
raps
I
like
remember that. That
Venom.
was
Oh
like
yeah, I've heard
No,
of
not
that.
Venom.
a
Oh
surprise
yeah.
release, wasn't it?
Like my favorite one would be Godzilla. It's a personal
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah, yeah. Music to be murdered by, and Godzilla was amazing. Rest in peace, Juice World. But like, Yeah,
Yeah.
Music to Be Murdered By was very, like, it was good. Still haven't listened to, I'd say, 20% of the songs, but I've gotten my way mostly through the album, and what I've heard is good. And yeah,
Yeah.
especially Godzilla. Juice WRLD's hook is catchy as hell, and yeah, I'm glad he got like that nice little track coming off. And
I
yeah,
agree.
speaking of Juice WRLD
Good
as
for
well,
him.
his posthumous
Good way to
album should be
remember.
coming out soon. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's releasing a posthumous album soon, so that's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to look at, and I'm interested to see
Well,
what
yeah.
it's done in it.
Okay. Well, what do you call it? I think that just about wraps up everything.
Yeah.
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 If you
Yeah.
want to talk about anything else, Mohammed, please take it away. But if that's it, I think we should just wrap up.
Yeah,
Thank you
before we
for
I
go,
thank
think
you for
that we should
joining in
talk
today,
about
Mohammed.
like how the so on 7th of April, so thousands of streamers were online trying to raise
I seen that.
money for the COVID-19
Oh, yeah.
relief. Um,
Yeah, I didn't hear much about that. I
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
it, but then
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
see
a
it.
yeah,
really good of them.
so Jacksepticeye was kind of behind it, but he was working with a charity. I was also live that day. My
You know,
my live stream raised I think €75. Not too much,
Nice.
but
Jesus, very
a
nice.
fair amount.
Very generous.
Yeah, very nice, man. Like,
And
I'll be honest,
Just getting
but
like, you
clapped.
know,
Jacksepticeye's
like,
stream alone,
Didn't that like raise $600,000 or something?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That's mad money.
yeah. I know, yeah,
Good
it
to
was
see.
definitely in the hundred thousands. Like he raised like a pure amount, and especially now that he's actually putting his power, like not power, but like his fame and his like presence to good. And yeah, it's as well. It's really good that like anyone who was live and anyone who had some sort of presence could go and make it useful and make
Influence
it put to
people
work.
and
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
them to donate. Yeah.
so
Yeah, and it's very
altogether,
good. Like,
what was raised was like 1.7 million altogether that day.
Jesus.
So 24 hours,
Bro, that's awesome.
1.7 million.
yeah, and as
Yeah,
well,
you're
like
proud of
even
that.
though,
That's
yeah,
good.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, like to keep it simple, like you may not think compared to Jacksepticeye's massive numbers of 600,000, well, it still has to be appreciated that you got that much. You shouldn't be knocking yourself as well, because like €75 from just
Yeah,
like
like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
if
big
that
you
was
deal.
really thoughtful
Like
of
you
yeah
you.
took the time.
yeah, that's like
just even putting in the effort, like no matter the
yeah,
outcome,
even
you've
if you
still tried. You've put in the effort.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah,
good
I
job.
think
You deserve
that's
praise
it.
for that one. Yeah, that
Give
should
you a
be it.
pat on the head, Mohammed.
Thanks for joining us today, Mohammed.
Well,
Good
thank you for having me.
for taking the time.
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you
Of
for
course.
thank
being
you so
on.
much, man.
Before
It was
you
And
really
go,
please,
would you
interesting
like
if you ever
listening
want
to
to
your
come back
opinion.
on as a special guest, then please hit us
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, hit us
Yeah,
up.
No
and
problem.
before you go, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, would
Oh
you
yeah,
like
of
to?
course, yeah. Plug
Because
YouTube
we
channel,
know what's
Instagram,
it called?
anything.
Yeah, yeah. Your YouTube channel and Instagram will definitely be put into a description or something. Because
Oh
we
yeah,
definitely have
definitely,
to make it.
definitely.
We definitely have to put it out somewhere that, like, to anyone maybe who doesn't know who you are, which is
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So I've just
Yeah.
started tech videos, and I've kind of gone off
Yeah,
gaming
seen
a bit
those.
to more informational stuff so far. But I'm definitely gonna go back to
Yeah,
gaming
nice
for
man.
like one video per month or something. So
That's a
check
nice.
me
That's
out,
a
I
nice
guess.
diverse
yeah, that's
range. Yeah,
good.
yeah. Definitely check them
Yeah.
out. And yeah, that's it.
Katana
Yeah.
on YouTube.
All right. Thank you, Mohammed.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Too.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Mohammed.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
all our
no
other guests.
problem.
Coming
Thank
on.
you
Thanks,
for
Sam, for
coming
joining
on.
us as well.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you,
Theo, for
everyone.
joining us. I've been Keen.
Thanks,
Thanks for
everyone.
having
This
us.
has been Cade.
And yeah, I've been Caden, and
This has been Vlog
that's
of the
been the
Week. Bye
podcast.
bye.
Yeah, but
See you next week, or day, or month.
yeah.
Year,
See you
decade.
next time we feel bothered posting.
Oh, I sent Craig stop. I sent Craig stop to go.
Bro, would make
Cut
him
this in
stop.
there.